Hello and welcome. So, hope the sound quality is now better. I've got myself a little speaker which will improve the videos no doubt. Obviously the input will still be subject to personal taste. So today, my friends, colleagues and noblemen and flat earth enthusiasts, we are today doing a video on NASA, your favourite hate topic, I am sure. So, fun few facts about NASA before we started. So, NASA was founded on July the 29th, 1958 in the United States, which is where most of you flat earthers seem to live because you're religious buffs and you believe in Christianity and other religions and the Bible and all that nonsense. And it was officially opened for business on the 1st of October in 1958 as well. The Soviets launched the world's first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, a year before that. NASA has 9 centers, 7 tests and research facilities, and a jet propulsion laboratory. Over 17,000 people work for NASA, and this is the one I love. So NASA, they keep all of the facts. All these people are all totally sworn to secrecy. And what chance is that? So when you look at the D-Day landings, which happened on the 6th of June 1944, when the Armada set sail from the UK and landed in the Normandy beaches during the Second World War. This turning point happened. It's a fact. It's well documented. It did happen. All sorts of vessels, from civilian to naval vessels, little boats and all sorts. They all went across, and these troops set aboard the Normandy beaches. It was horrific, and I'm so pleased that I wasn't a part of it. But yeah, this happened, and it was awful. Truly was awful. But because of this, it meant that the Second World War was won by the Allies, and the Nazis were fortunately destroyed. Obviously, they live on because people choose to do that. Anyway, we're going back to NASA. That's going on too much about something different. So what does NASA actually mean? NASA stands for the National Aeronautical and Space Administration. It's kind of a cool name if you ask me. As a US government agency, NASA is responsible for the air and space related science and technology. The objective of NASA's creation is to oversee space exploration and aeronautical research in USA. That does not just mean rockets. Aeronautical is planes and things like that as well. NASA's headquarters is located in Washington, D.C., which is obviously the United States capital. The US Congress passes an annual federal budget for the funds for NASA. In 1957 marks the start of the space age, when the Soviets launched Sputnik. And then on October the 4th to the 10th, 1999, it is the official World Space Week as declared by the United Nations. So that's not just the United States or the Soviets, that's all of the nations of the world pretty much. Commemorated on these dates are both the launch of Sputnik in 1957 and in 1967 the Outer Space Treaty. Basically, you're not allowed to have nuclear missiles and shit up there. The Apollo 6 mission that landed on the moon. Sorry, the 6 Apollo missions that landed on the moon were Apollo 11, of course, 12, 14, 15, 16 and 17. The space shuttle aboard the Crawler transporter takes around 6 hours to travel from the vehicle assembly building to the launch pad. If you've seen these things are absolutely enormous. Let's have some more interesting facts then. The purpose of launching the Landsat series in 1972 was to systematically photograph the surface of Earth from space. This has been done many, many times. And we have many, many photos from space from NASA. A lot of them are from NASA, but they're not all from NASA. There are many different space agencies which have photographed the planet, and they all basically look the same. But this is the big but in the room for our friends at Flat Earth. It's all CGI. Well, if it's all CGI, why do all the pictures of the planet look the same? Because trust me on this bit. If it was a case of CGI, then the United States would make the United States look mightily impressive. It doesn't. It all looks the same. Russia certainly would make it look better. And you say, well, they're all in it together. All these countries are all in on it. Well, trust me on this. If they can't agree religiously, politically, they're all having wars. What makes you think that the Americans would agree with the Israel or Iran, Iraq, Russia, certainly Russia at the moment, China? They love to go on about China, and Japan and all these different countries are all going to be like, oh, no, we're good, we're all good, we're all going to agree on the shape of the earth, and we're all going to agree that all the countries and the land masses all look the same, and we'll all use the same CGI technology. CGI wasn't around in 1972, yet we got pictures of the earth. How do you explain that? You can't. Therefore, your flat earth research bullshit is found to be absolutely that. Give me 1 second, I'm just going to go and check on my tortoise. And whilst I'm there, I'm going to get my coffee because I left it outside. He's fine. He's just wandering around the garden, just checking that he's okay. Always good to do that. He loves it out in the garden. So, spacecrafts, Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo landed in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, where they returned to the planet. That's where they came down. Captain Charles E. Yeager flew the Bell X-1 faster than the sound for the first time on October 1947. That's pretty impressive. It does amuse me how amazing the world has moved on. I think it was 1904 when the Wright brothers first flew. And then in 1969, man managed to land on the Earth. The technology, the advancements in the 20th century and now the 21st century are incredible. And, we stand on the shoulders of those who went before us. And it's because of their science and the way that they recorded it and the way we could then take what they recorded and go on with it is amazing. The way the world is, it'd be amazing to see what it's like in 100,000 or 10,000 years. Will they remember us? Who knows? But there will be certain people who will be remembered, I'm sure. And will your Bible still be a thing? And I'm sure in some way there will be some sort of Bible. So the name Apollo 10 Commander Module the name of the the Apollo 10 Commander Module is James Brown, and the Lunar Module is Snoopy. Charlie Brown, sorry. Thinking, why does that make any sense? But I guess it does now. The personal safety mascot for astronauts is the Peanut comic strip character Snoopy. Don't know why, But there you go. Let's see if we got any more facts on this page. So we'll look at some history, shall we? Is there any? What sort of history is that? No, we don't want to look at that. Anyway, that was thanks to our friends over at FactsNet for those facts. So a little bit there about NASA. So NASA isn't out there lying. NASA has done a lot of amazing things for us here on Earth. Not just taking man to the moon and launching spacecrafts and space rockets. You know, we've now got the James Webb Space Telescope, which is going to bring us some outstanding images. I am sure of that. And that's something to look forward to. Now, if you're not interested in actual facts and you want to believe that the world is round, that's absolutely fine. Don't have a problem with you believing the world is flat. If that is your beef, then that is the way you want to see it, then that's it. But, you know, I do feel that by believing that the world is flat and not enjoying the cosmos for what it is, and I'm not saying astrophysics isn't complicated, because trust me, it certainly is. The math that goes into it is so advanced that it would blow my head as well. But I have a belief in it. So like I've said before, I don't really understand how all this technology works. So I'm speaking to you around the world here on my mobile phone. I know how to get the mobile phone to work, and I know how to work a light switch, as I would now demonstrate. Yeah, I know how a light switch works. That isn't the issue. Don't totally understand how it makes the light work, and I don't understand totally how the DC and the AC. I understand that one of them was difficult to store, but the other one made it easier to store, and that's how the world moved on. Anyway, I understand how we use electricity. That isn't the problem. I understand that my phone works, and with that I can talk to you around the world. Don't totally understand how it works, but I understand that it works, and that's good enough for me. Anyway, just because I don't understand something doesn't mean it doesn't work, it doesn't exist. Try being a little bit more open-minded. Try looking outside the box. There's nothing wrong with creative thinking and trying to understand how something works, but just because you don't understand doesn't mean it does. Remember, religion requires you to believe in it. That's how religion works. You have to believe in whichever God it is you believe in. With science, you don't have to believe it. It just is. It's a fact. So if the scientists tell you that the world is round, a globe, and it goes round the sun the way it does, and these are observable facts, then trust them, because why wouldn't you? Anyway, this has been a NASA special on flat Earth conspiracy, if you like. Don't really think there's much conspiracy theory in there. There's a little bit about the history of NASA, what it does. I have been your man, the Shed NEP. Thank you so much for watching. See you, pals.